Robert Downey Jr. once tried to roast Emily Blunt.
You said, ignore Emily, she ate a bad clam last night at one Q&A. Ignore Emily, she's tripping on mushrooms at another. Go easy on Emily tonight, she's had a few margaritas.
Yeah.
Emily's peeking on a weed gummy right now. And ignore Emily, she's wearing a Z-pack of rash cream.
No. Listen.
But what she said next completely flipped the entire situation. Nobody saw it coming, especially him. Because Emily Blunt has this strange habit. She doesn't really think before she speaks. She just says what comes to her mind in the moment. And that's exactly why people call her one of the most unfiltered celebrities in Hollywood.
Someone's motioning something sexual to me over there. He was like this. Shut the up.
What would you do?
I'd probably go for the balls, right?
She knows exactly what she shouldn't say, and that's usually the first thing that comes out of her mouth.
You like to touch the wood?
I love touching wood.
And you like to touch the wood 6 times?
Yeah, each. Every piece of wood I see.
How much wood do you say?
A lot.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you on your wood-finding capabilities.
If you think that's wild, wait until you see what she asks Matt Damon. She actually starts grilling him about his sweat patterns.
Pretty sweaty, but only in spots.
Ooh, which spots? Come on.
Under the arms.
Crotch?
Yeah, when you said it was hot, I suppose it's hot as my balls.
It's hot as my balls. When you sweat, where do you tend to sweat from?
Then there's Dwayne Johnson. And for some reason, he always brings out Emily's most savage side.
Welcome to the adventure of a lifetime.
No!
No, I didn't! Where are you going? Oh no.
What do you mean, no?
Oh no. Alright, enough product.
Anyway,
enough.
so,
No, listen. The company's doing great, okay?
But Emily gets even more savage in the next clip when Dwayne Johnson just can't stop bragging about how many followers he has.
Guys, I don't count. Just the most followed American in the world.
Listen, it's gross. It's gross. Move on. Next question. So
I don't know. God delivered. I signed for it.
This is your new favorite, and do you notice it never quite gets a laugh?
No.
But the roasting doesn't stop there. Watch how Emily somehow gets Dwayne Johnson to pick up everyone's tab for the entire day.
We
Guys,
appreciate
I've got some amazing news. Good news is everything's on DJ today. Every shot, every bit of French toast, every jungle mandarita, it's all on him for the whole day. Right? Right, Tits? All on you. Say yes and yes, say yes.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Emily doesn't just roast everyone else, she roasts herself too.
What?
And her story about trying to catch a taxi in France is proof.
And you went, taxi, and I went, yes! And you went, taxi. Is Simon English, Simon French?
Are your kids' friends impressed by what you do?
Not really.
No.
I mean, sometimes the parents try to sort of recruit them. And they're like, that's Mary Poppins. And I'm there in my sweatpants, and the kids are like, it's not. Like, really not.
Emily is just as brutally honest about herself, and her story about her first kiss is probably the most embarrassing one yet.
Now, I'd heard about the concept of French kissing, but I thought, well, that sounds weird. Like, why would that be pleasurable or nice? And it wasn't. It was not at all. And I was just like horrified by the whole thing. And I just remember surreptitiously sort of like wiping my mouth afterwards. You know, it was just horrible.
Ashley slipped you the tongue.
Oh, massively. Well, not slipped. That sounds kind of delicate.
Apparently, that first kiss taught Emily one important lesson. Because when it comes to bad breath, she has absolutely no filter.
You should tell someone if they have bad breath.
You've just got to, you shouldn't say you have bad breath. You just hand them a little Listerine.
Give it a piece of gum.
Just a tube of gum.
However, during filming with a child actor, Emily suddenly found herself on the receiving end of some absolutely wild questions, and she completely lost it.
And then before I had this mammoth monologue, I remember like really fast-paced monologue. I was just trying to focus for a second. They were like, okay, rolling. And Joel would be like, Emily, what do you get if you put the letter B in front of the word oobs? And I was like, and they were like, and action, and I was like,
There's something unique about Emily Blunt. When she tells a story, she fully transforms into the people involved, and it's way more accurate than you'd expect.
and we had this amazing nurse who came in, and she looked at Hazel and she goes, damn, your baby is so cute. And I went, oh really? She went, she is gorgeous. And I went, hey, Mabel, I think you say that to all the mothers. And she went, no, I don't. she said, when I know a baby ugly, I say, you had a baby. So we went out for dinner at Chili's, I think, was the only restaurant available. Chili's is amazing.
You've been to Chili's?
And she comes up and she goes, did anyone ever tell you you look a lot like Emily Blunt? And I said, I have heard that, yes. And she went, are you Emily Blunt? And I went, yeah. And she went, what are y'all doing here? And then she was like, are y'all shooting a movie here? And I said, yeah, I'm shooting a film called Looper. And she went, Looper? And I went, yeah. And she went, y'all just made that up.
Is your kids getting your accent, or are they getting your husband's accent?
Well, Hazel had my accent for a really long time and would say things like water, which I was really proud of. And then the other day she goes, can I have some water? And I went, it's water. And she was like, no, it's water.
Even Tom Cruise isn't safe from Emily Blunt's impressions. And at one point, she actually starts impersonating him right in the middle of a stunt story.
And he looked at me and he goes, it's a challenge.
The impression makes a lot more sense once you know what happened on the set of Edge of Tomorrow, where Emily was apparently one bad decision away from seriously injuring Tom Cruise.
So I tear down this path, and Tom's being very quiet behind me, and suddenly I just hear him under his breath as I approach the right-hand turn. I hear him going, brake, 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 brake. Brake. Oh God, and brake. Oh, and brake the car. And I left it too late, and so drove us into a tree. And I almost killed Tom Cruise.
Oh my God, I can't believe this was even allowed to happen.
In my head, I was thinking, when I first heard him say brake, in my head I went, oh, shut up, you know. As if I thought I knew more about stunt driving than Tom Cruise.
Even Ryan Gosling got caught in it. At the 2024 Oscars, Emily Blunt stood right beside him and delivered a punchline that completely stole the spotlight.
Hello, Emily.
Wow, bit of a frosty hello, didn't...
Not at all. No, I'm just happy that we can finally put this Barbenheimer rivalry behind us.
That's right. That's right. Here's Ken and Kitty, just leaving all that fodder in the dust, guys, right? And the way this award season's turned out wasn't that much of a rivalry, so just let it go. So...
It's true. You guys are doing very well, you know? Congratulations.
Thanks.
But you know, I think I kind of figured out why they call it Barbenheimer and they didn't call it Opp and Barbie.
Why?
Well, I think you guys are at the tail end of that because you were riding Barbie's coattails all summer.
Thanks for Ken-splaining that to me. All right, Mr. I need to paint my abs on to get nominated. You don't see Robert Downey doing that.
You're kidding.
You're kidding. Did not paint his abs on to
This is insane, Emily. This has got to stop. We have to squash this.
Emily's zero filter peaks on Conan, because at one point she asks him a question so random and unexpected, it completely catches him off guard.
I was saying, like, is it just unbelievably painful for a guy when you get kneed or punched in the balls or anything like that? And he was like, it's like unbelievable. Like, you can't compare it to getting punched in the boob. It doesn't compare. Because I was like, well, surely it's probably the same if I get punched in the tit or something. And he was like, not at all the same. And then he said something which I found very interesting, that he said, I think it would be more painful. I can't believe I'm talking about this, and I want to ask you if this is true. More painful sometimes, like a tap on the ball might be as painful as a punch in the ball. Is this true?
I'm glad you asked.
What is Dwayne's signature wrestling move? Is it A, the man's shoulder Is it B, the people's elbow, or is it C, the gentleman's reach around?
Well,
It's the people's elbow.
no, it's got to be C. It's actually
It's
C.
not there, the people's elbow.
No, it's right in the crotch.
No, it's
That's
not.
where he lands it
Balls.
every time.
Hey, Jack, could you show us what the C looks like? What
Can you just show us the gentleman's reach
I don't know
around?
what it is. What is the gentleman's
Show us,
reach around?
Jack. Wow! Underneath? Through the legs. So you're in a squat and through the legs. That's a lot.
You squat and you just snake round and...
That's not.
But sometimes, it's the way she words things that leaves everyone completely in stitches.
But you were nervous about it because you had to be semi-naked or
Yes.
nearly naked with him.
Yeah, which is mortifying, obviously, having to do any of those scenes. But, I mean, it was distracting doing it with someone like Tom Hanks, who I've grown up watching, and all I could think of was, like, Splash and Big, and... Oh, no, I shouldn't say that.
You don't want to think of that.
You guys.
STFU.
STFU.
Shut. We mustn't say it.
Very rude. BBC.
BBC, keep it fresh.
I think you told me that when your mom met Ryan, she was quite smitten
She
by
was
him.
she was like, look very nice in that white suit. I was like, all right.
It is weird, like how
I was like, you're at a 10 on the creep factor right now, okay?
What makes Emily so relatable is that she's the first to admit her own flaws. Just wait until you hear her openly confess she's terrible at dancing.
I could have been Britney.
You could have been Britney. What happened? Why aren't you? Why aren't you
Because
Britney?
I realized that I'm not good at dancing and I didn't want to be Britney. I don't know. I think
Who approached you and tried to get you involved?
I don't want to tell you too much because I feel like someone's going to find these songs that I recorded.
Oh, you have songs.
Do you want to know the name of one of them?
Yes, very much.
Ring It Up.
There's a song called Ring It Up.
It will never see the light of day.
Did you write the song?
No, I can't write.
Uh-huh.
And they said, I think you have a nice voice and I think that you could be a pop star. I said, I can't dance. They said, don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
We'll teach you. It didn't work. I tried to learn. And then I was doing a play. My first job was with Judi Dench.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the dame.
Uh-huh.
And she said, oh no, darling, you can't do both. You can't act and do that.
She talked you out of it.
Taught me how to.
She was jealous?
She put the kibosh on it.
You could act and sing.
You can't do both.
You could do Snakes and do a talk show interview at the same time.
You'd think being British would make her used to it, but Emily still can't help pointing out how badly they handle compliments.
British people are notoriously terrible at taking compliments. Would you agree? Just like it's kind of like stop talking. So you guys, if you really like something, you say, I thought it was quite good. And to me, that is really rude because in England you say, yeah, it was quite good, which means it was trash. You hated it.
How does that translate as bad? It's quite good.
Quite good. Quite
Oh,
good.
quite means not
Yeah,
quite there?
not quite- it's quite good, you know.
Oh, wow. So did you people come up to you
People
when you
have
first
said,
came
I
to America?
saw your movie. It was quite good. And I'm like, oh, all right. Well, you don't have to tell me that, but like...
An English person says it's actually good, what would they say?
You were good.
Emily doesn't even treat serious moments too seriously. Back in 2015, she was in the same courtroom as Matthew McConaughey while his Brazilian wife was also being sworn in.
I was doing the best I could not to stand next to McConaughey in that courtroom and go, I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. Because that's like all he was thinking about the whole time.
Getting sworn in with Matthew McConaughey looking on makes you like a double American.
Double American. And actually, as I was getting sworn in, I was like this, and I could see him in my peripheral going, like, as he's hearing the things I had to do, things like renouncing my queen.
Oh, you had to renounce your queen, yeah.
Which is horrible.
Yeah, I guess so.
Queen Elizabeth was just like...
How do you do it?
But you just have to say that you renounce any other, like...
They specifically mentioned her?
Yeah, like any other sovereign, and it wasn't specifically Queenie, but she knows.
Emily doesn't even spare herself when it comes to jokes about her height, especially when she's standing next to Dwayne Johnson.
I would walk next to him. People would take pictures of us kind of walking next to each other on set, and I looked like his child. Like his tiny child. You know?
Well, before I go, I was just wondering really quickly, since you're in a biopic, who would you want to play you in a biopic?
Bet you Stanley Tucci can play me well.
Yeah.
My sister did the funniest joke last night. We went for sushi, and my sister said to him, she goes, "It's kind of like my husband's in front of me, except it's like someone went
just
blew him up." It was like, you know, there were so many, so you think, crikey, like which one do we...
what fun is this? Oh, God.
Why are you mocking my accent?
Because it's fake. It's about time we end the charade.
It's not fake. I'm from London, England.
Charade. I'm from London, England.
You can be a real sometimes.
A real
You said, ignore Emily. She ate a bad clam last night at one Q&A. Ignore Emily. She's tripping on mushrooms at another. Go easy on Emily tonight. She's had a few margaritas.
Yeah.
Emily's peeking on a weed gummy right now. And ignore Emily. She's wearing a Z-pack of rash cream.
No.
Oh.
Listen, here's the thing. And this is going to be such low-hanging fruit because I've lost my voice. I sound like I've been raving. I could be on a weed gummy for all we know.
How did you lose your voice?
Because I was screaming at you to take a Z-pack for your chlamydia that you
It's like that.